Hello, my name is Casey Kennington. I'm at Boise State University, and I would like to welcome you to SIGDIAL 2020. I was slated to be the local chair for SIGDIAL 2020 in Boise, Idaho, but well, for obvious reasons, it's not happening in Boise. It's happening virtually, and I want to take a few minutes to help you understand how the virtual conference will unfold in the next couple of days. I want to show you how we're going to use Trello, this platform that you see right here. We're going to use YouTube, and we're going to use Zoom. But first, I want to say that accommodating the conference for participants in many time zones is very challenging. The platform right here that you see, Trello, I will explain in greater detail in a moment, is designed to help you read all the papers, watch presentation videos, and ask questions at a conveniently timed for you. On the other hand, in order to make this conference feel like a real in-person conference, we're also live streaming each session. Each session stream will include the pre-recorded presentations, followed by live question answer sessions for all of the papers in the session. Keynotes will also be streamed. They were pre-recorded, and they will be followed by a live QA. There are also 3 demo sessions. Demos will proceed a little bit differently. Demos will each have their own virtual meeting room, kind of like a poster. And you can join those and leave those as you want, but we will simultaneously live stream the pre-recorded presentations about the demos. And you can join and leave those as you want. Note that the pre-recorded presentations are on YouTube as well as the live stream. All have their comments disabled. We encourage the comments on any presentation or paper to happen inside of Trello, and I'll show you in a moment how that's going to work. If you are new to SIGDIAL and just want to see what the community is all about, you may just want to open the YouTube live stream and watch each session, including the live QA periods. This will probably be what most participants will want to do. If you want to ask a question to an author, you can tag them in a paper's corresponding Trello card, and they can answer you directly in the comment. If you do want to join a live QA session, you'll need to have Zoom installed on your PC or mobile device and follow the link in the Trello card at the bottom of each session list. Of course, no conference would be complete without open discussion. So to help with this, we've asked all participants when they registered which topics they would like to discuss. Those discussion topics are scheduled over the next couple of days. The breakout session topics list has a card for each topic and each date time when that topic will be discussed, along with the discussion leader who will host and moderate the meeting. Feel free to take notes in those meetings and add them to the comments on the corresponding Trello cards. We will not live stream any of the breakout discussions. So I wanted to take a moment here and show you how the conference platform is going to work. This is called Trello. If you're new to Trello, there are really only 3 words you need to know. One is board. This whole thing is called a Trello board. These things right here are called lists, these little vertical things. You have a conference management list, a breakout discussion topics list, keynotes list, and then a session list. And there's a list for each session all the way until the end of the conference. And then each list has cards in them. I've already used the word cards several times. So you'll see that the keynote here that we're going to have the first day. Click on that card, you'll see there's the title, the abstract, the bio of Gabriel Scanza. And then there's actually the presentation that he has pre-recorded for you to watch. This will be live streamed, but you can watch it at your convenience. And if you have questions about this, you can start adding comments. This is also the case for all of the papers. If I go over here and see all of the papers for this conference this year, I can see, for example, this paper, Redico and Incremental Framework for Spoken Dialogue Systems. The author is Thilo Michael. We have the abstract here. You can click on this link right here. This will take you to YouTube outside of Trello, and you can watch this video there. You can also see the paper is attached right here. Each of the cards that represent papers do have the papers attached to them, the PDFs. You can go ahead and open that, and it will show it to you without leaving Trello. You can leave comments on here. So for example, I'm going to comment, what a great resource, how can I start using this? And you can tag people by using the @ and if you click here, this will show you all the people, all the members. And there are over 800 people registered for SIGDIAL this year. It's a very huge record number of participants. So this might be a big list, but if you just do @ and start typing the name in, you can see what comes up. Also, what's very useful in these Trello cards is you'll see that you can watch the YouTube video embedded in the card here. without leaving Trello. A couple of other things to notice, so I can go ahead and exit out of this. Take a few minutes just to explore what's here. We have the conference management stuff, which I will get to in a minute, the breakout discussion topics, the keynotes, and of course each of the sessions. And you'll see that there are different sessions. We have demo sessions. There's a special session for RoboDial 2.0. There's a sponsor session, and each of the sponsors has information here on their websites that you can go to and visit. And you'll notice that some of these cards have labels on them, and you can toggle the labels by clicking on them. I do want to add, if you do comment on cards or really anywhere, be courteous, be professional, be good scholars. We do not allow comments that deride others or chide other authors for not citing papers. The Trello card here, Start Here, has some information on the code of conduct. It also has written information about all this stuff I'm telling you about in this video. There's a search tool right here. You can search for any search term you want. Note that if you have other Trello boards and content, the information will also show up in the search results. But that's here if you're looking for a particular author or paper, title or keyword. I also want to point out that each of these cards have a date on them. It just has the date, but there's also a time. So if we go back here, you can see that this one will take place at July 1st at 10:55 a.m. You can click on the calendar and see that that's exactly what's displayed here. If you click on week, make sure you're clicking on week here, and you can see all the stuff that's going to happen. You can see that the opening remarks will happen first, keynote QA, session 1, session 2, all of that stuff. The calendar you can actually export the calendar to Google Calendar or iCalendar. You can click on this URL and import it. I'm not going to show you how to do that. You can also watch cards. So if there's a particular paper that you're very interested in, then you can click on watch, and anytime something happens there, if someone leaves a comment, asks a question, whatever, it will notify you. And the notifications come right here. This turns red, and if you click on that, that will show you all of your notifications, and it will also show a little red spot on the cards that you're interested in. The conference schedule is listed here, and these aren't here yet, but there will be a link here to the YouTube live stream for that particular day. Each day will have a separate live stream. It will be here, so you can watch it directly in this YouTube or in this Trello card. And that might be all you do. You may just show up here, go to Trello, click on the YouTube live stream, and sit back and relax and just watch the keynotes, the sessions unfold, the breakout discussions, whatever. If you do want to participate in the QA sessions at the end of each keynote and at the end of each session, then if you click on the card for that, there will be a link. It's not there now, but there will be a link to a Zoom meeting. The Zoom meeting will be also live streamed. So if you don't want to participate, if you don't want to ask questions, you can just go ahead and stay on YouTube and watch what happens. But if you do have a question or want to be part of the discussion, you can, of course, join the Zoom meeting. We don't want too many people to be in the Zoom meetings. That's not to discourage you from joining. Please do if you do want to, but if you don't really have anything to ask, just stay on the live stream YouTube, because you'll get to see the live Q&A. That's not the case for the demo sessions. They're all individual Zoom meetings, so those won't be live streamed. Instead, the demo presentations will be live streamed. If you do join the live QA Zoom meetings, then we would ask you to mute your mic and your video and only show if the session chair calls on you. We encourage the session chairs to look at the cards, and if there's any existing questions that have come up while people were listening to the or watching the pre-recorded videos, and use those as kind of starter questions that you can ask in behalf of other participants. We ask that you use the raise hand feature in Zoom. You can click on participants and click on raise hand. You can toggle it on and off that way. And then the session chair will call on you in the order that, hopefully in the order that you raise your hand. And And also, if you do decide to join the live QA sessions, don't have both YouTube live streaming and the Zoom meeting open. You need to close YouTube if you join the live QA session in Zoom. That's because the live QA session will be streamed live to YouTube, but it has about a 15 to 20 second delay, and that will cause you some confusion. Again, all of this information is in this Start Here card. So you can go through this, you can rewatch this video as many times as you want. If you're on social media, please use the SIGDIAL hashtag. If you're on Twitter, you can @SIGDIAL. We do have an ACL Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct and anti-harassment policy that you can read if you're unfamiliar with the way we expect you to conduct yourselves during the conference. If you have any other questions, I would point you to here. Contact the organizers. These are all the organizers for SIGDIAL this year. If you don't know who to tag, you can always tag me, the local chair for this year, the virtual chair, and do that right here. So you can just go ahead and start typing my name. It will pop up here, and then start typing your question, and I will answer it also here. And your answer, once you get your answer, this will appear red, and then this will have a little red button on it that tells you that your answer has been, at least I've responded to your question. If you want to, you can also just have breakout discussions of your own. So if you're interested in chatbots and the breakout discussion has already happened, there's nothing keeping you from going into this card, tagging some people and saying, hey, I'm going to start a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet meeting or a Microsoft Teams meeting to talk about chatbots or whatever topic you want, and then paste that in here and let people join you during any of the coffee breaks, or kind of to make it work as a normal conference would work, to have these kinds of open discussions with other conference participants. If you have any other questions or concerns about the conference, don't hesitate to contact us. Again, welcome, and I hope it works out for you, that you're able to learn a few things about the SIGDIAL community, and that you have an enjoyable time participating.